What's up, y'all? I just let everybody stream in real quick. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Today we have Scorey. It should be cool. Should be a good time. He's on tour in the lead Chopra right now. He got a bunch of songs out. A lot of them moving at the same time. He definitely had a big 2021. So, just following up 2022. As soon as he pulls up in here, we'll get started. Shout out to y'all. Said, how am I doing? I'm good. I'm good. Oh, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Robbie Seabrook III, one of the associate editors here at Double XL. Since y'all asked me, and I stay forgetting to introduce myself. All right. Somebody asking for $1? Sorry, I can't do it. Okay, what's good? All right, Scorey's in here. Let me get it. What's
Yo,
good, man?
what's good?
Nothing much, nothing much. First off, thanks for doing the show.
Hell yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. All right, it starts from the top for people who, may not be familiar with you. Back when how did you start rapping in the first place?
Um, how I started rapping in the first place. I always really knew I could rap, and then I just started really taking it serious back in 2019. Started getting in the studio, making real songs.
Mm-hmm.
In
Um,
2019, yeah.
when did you think, did you think, even back then, like when you first got in the studio, started really making songs, did you think it was going somewhere? Did you think you would get to this point?
Um, I mean, I always was praying for it like that, but I had like a real feeling that I would really make it back when I started off dropping freestyles. Like I'll drop little freestyle videos, freestyling in front of like in my hood,
Mm-hmm.
and and then like I would put them on Facebook. Then when I dropped them on Facebook, I noticed my like my videos started clicking. Like I get like 700 shares,
Mm-hmm.
800 shares on them. So then that's when I knew. That's when I first knew like I really probably had some motion with this.
Oh, when you said you were in the studio making real songs, like what do you consider like the first real song you made, I guess, in the studio?
It was a song called There They Go. And yeah, that was like probably like 2019. I made a song called There They Go. It was a freestyle that I had freestyle and dropped a video to it at first, but I went and recorded it in a real studio.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, Tell us about Freddy Krueger, because I know that was kind of like a big jump off point for you, kind of when people started to really catch on to what you were doing.
Um, yeah, that was like it was like usually my flow like how I would rap was like a real like rap flow, like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that was the first time I really switched my flow over to like a melodic flow. Uh so everybody really like gravitated towards that because
Right.
that's what was popping at the time. Like rappers like NBA YoungBoy, Polo, stuff like that. They was singing. So
Mm-hmm.
I started trying to sing, and that was like one of my, I think it was probably the first melodic song I ever made. Then I dropped that and got Polo G attention from it.
Right. Um, I was gonna get to that too, but I know you're from Syracuse. What is the rap scene like out there? Was it like hard for you to kind of get noticed locally?
Uh, nah, locally, nah. Locally, it wasn't hard. You just really like you just gotta have an authentic, like an authentic, like you just gotta be authentic for people to gravitate towards you locally.
Mm-hmm.
Like they gotta know they gotta know where you come from. That's what I try to show throughout my music in the early stages. I try to show them like where I came from, like try to show them like Syracuse for.
Right. So you were talking about Polo G. I know a lot of that happened through Freddy Krueger, but also a lot of it was like through Instagram and him reaching out to you. Um, Kind of for you, was that moment like? How did that moment feel when he reached out to you and you realized he was like interested in working with you and he saw something in you?
I ain't gonna lie, like I was excited. Like I came home. I came home. I had a little summer job, and I came home. And I usually drop like videos on Instagram, like I drop my snippet on Instagram, and I'll go to sleep, so I'll wake up and see all the reactions to it,
Mm-hmm.
like all at once. So boom, I went to sleep, dropped the snippet of the Freddy Krueger video, went to sleep, and I woke up and I had like a lot more notifications than usual. So I scrolled all the way to the bottom and said Polo Capilot, started following you. I'm like, oh, like I jumped up, told my mom, like went down the street, showed all my friends. I'm like, yeah, like it felt like I really was about to make it.
So so after he DMs you, I kind of know the story. You talked on Instagram, y'all met up, you're working on music. What Moods was the song y'all were working on? Was that the song you were working on when he asked you to sign? And then kind of how did that happen? Like when he asked you, like kind of what was your thought process?
Nah, so we moves didn't come till like a little after,
Mm-hmm.
like a while after I signed to him. I was just working on like a couple songs like Pain Second, like old songs like Pain Second Storm and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
we was just working on getting videos and dropping them to those at first. And then moves really came when I signed to Columbia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So when that came out, did you notice? Is that kind of the point when you noticed, oh, you're really in the game now because the song got so big and so did the video, and people really kind of now people really knew who you were now. Like, what was that like? Like, kind of how did you kind of walk through that?
Yeah, I couldn't even really believe it. Like the way I when I because when I remember when I first dropped it, I was getting like it did better than all my videos I ever dropped at first. Then boom, and I did a little signing video with Polo and had the song playing in the background, and I went up like 100,000 followers in 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it just felt crazy. Like then after that, the video started going crazy. I got my first million views,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just feeling like I was out of there.
Um, I know you put out Catch Me If You Can last October. You know, debut EP, major label, all this is like a huge deal. Um, did you feel like any pressure at the time or were you just kind of like going with the flow? Like were you just ready to go at that point?
Yeah, I was just ready to hit the ground running. I got in the stool. I was in the stool like every day after I signed. Me and Polo was in the stool working like every day. I was making a price. I still got 100, 200 unreleased songs that I didn't drop yet from back then.
Wow. No, that's cool. You were talking about switching to the more melodic stuff from how you sounded, when you first started. Um, you've tried like other sounds out and kind of everything has kind of worked for you as time has gone along. But like kind of why do you think that you kind of chose to kind of go through different sounds so quickly? Because you haven't been like out that long, you haven't been rapping that long, but you've gotten through a bunch of different sounds in a short amount of time and like found what works for you. So kind of how did you do that? Because everybody doesn't try that.
Um, yeah, I remember telling my friends like I needed something different. Like I wanted something to differentiate me from everybody else, even even though like people say like I sound a lot like Polo, I wanted something that was gonna differentiate me from Polo too, honestly. So I was trying to find like different things so that people won't just keep saying that I sound like him, stuff like that.
Hmm.
So I kept trying to find ways to switch my flow up.
Right. Um, I know now. Well, not even just now, but you have like a lot of songs with kind of like the rock based stuff that nobody else is really doing. You know, like Love Letter, and even kind of on OO a little bit. Um,
Yeah.
Kind of how did you settle on that sound? Like, oh, this is the thing that I'm gonna do, and like, how did you realize that you could kind of make something happen with it?
Cause I listen to rock before, and I just really knew how to put that together, like mix it with like rapping about like hood stuff, not for nothing and I knew that if I could get like I was sending my sons like my friends and stuff, and I knew if I could get like hood niggas to listen to rock the stuff that's on a rock beat,
Uh
then I
huh.
knew I knew I could have something.
Right. Right. Yeah. You figured it out 100%. Um,
Yeah.
I know. So 2021, probably definitely a huge year in your career for you. You had all these songs kind of that were kind of really going at the same time. Um, Now kind of how did that make you kind of approach 2022? Because the songs you put out now, like Girls Over Our Wave, oh, like the songs are doing well and they're picking up. But kind of how did what happened in 2021 change how you approach 2022? Like were you more focused now because you had already like felt success?
Um. Yeah. I had. Yeah. I was more focused, really just trying to find that thing that really take me to like the next level. Cause I didn't want to like really stay in one place.
Hmm.
So I'm just really trying to like slowly build myself up to get to the next level.
Right. Of course, you're on the road now, the LA Chopra Tour. How has it been? Kind of what are you taking from it? What did you expect before you even got there, before it even started? Like, what did you think the experience would be like?
Um, Honestly, I didn't know. I ain't know really what they expect. I didn't think that his fans would really like know my music or react to my music well at first. But then when I got there, I seen how like his fans really showing love to my music, and like a lot of people in every crowd I could see like sing my stuff word for word. So and what I really like learned from it though is that because honestly I know a couple of NLE Chopper songs, but to be like completely honest, I don't. That's not like a person I listen to like every day.
Hmm.
And but it was like it's like crazy to see because I'm used to seeing Polo like fill out like arenas and stuff like that, and like big venues and stuff. So it it's like it's different seeing NLE Chopper do it too. Like noticing that he got his own fan base. Like everybody, like all of us artists got fans that love us like individually.
Right, right. Um, at what point did you start to feel like you were like, oh, I'm a famous rapper now. Like people really know me. I'm really out here now. Like kind of have you had that moment yet?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't start feeling it till like recently, like just things that have been happening, like Rolling Loud
Hmm.
contact me. They know me like Adam 22 contact me, like stuff like that just be making me and like seeing like going and seeing people that sing my songs word for word like in person because
Hmm.
like when I was coming up and this shit, it's like it was really like the pandemic was going on, so I didn't really get to go outside and see like my fans and stuff. So
Right.
I ain't really know that there was people out here like really singing my stuff word for word, and know my stuff word for word. So like just seeing that, getting outside and seeing that made me think like yeah, like I might actually be famous.
um, okay, in your opinion, like what are your songs that are like can't miss? So anybody who's on here who may have not have heard your music before, what songs of yours would you think you have to hear these?
You gotta listen to Rock and Roll, Dior You, Girls Love Broadway, and Adele. That's unreleased, but you gotta listen to Adele. It's dropping soon.
Okay. Okay. In the comments earlier on, they kept asking album, album, album. So, what are you doing next? What are you putting out next? More songs? You putting out a project? What's the plan?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably put out like I'm just trying to build myself up, like get that momentum going.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably drop like one or two more singles, then I'm gonna drop a project. I know they waiting for a project. Every time I tweet, they just like I don't care, drop an album. So so
Um.
yeah, I'm gonna have a project for them soon.
Okay. Um. What's something most people don't know about you?
Um, most people don't know about me is I don't know. I feel like I put a lot of my like story out on like I show a lot of myself out here. So I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe like I went to college. I went to college for a little bit, and then I
Okay.
dropped out.
How long were you in there?
Like 1.5 years.
Okay. And then so when you left, is that when you just went like fully into music?
Yeah, like I was basically like I tried playing basketball, like basically regular stuff. Like I tried playing basketball, tried going to school. Then I noticed that all of those different lanes wasn't working for me, and like didn't really work out. So like music was my last resort.
Right. I mean, and it worked out. You know, I think you got really far in a short amount of time too.
Hell yeah.
All right. All right. So, just to wrap it up, is there anything you want to throw out there? Anybody you want to shout out? Just anything you want to bring up?
Yeah, shout out my boy Washy. He passed away. Rest in peace, Washy. Uh, Shout out my boy Lil Rock. He got some stuff dropping soon from my neighborhood. He a nice rapper. Um, yeah, shout out Polo G, ODA, and I got my song dropping. Adele dropping soon. Got to tune in. That's a real banger. Adele.
Okay. Okay. They're gonna clip that part, so they're definitely gonna wait for you. They're definitely gonna make sure they're gonna be all over you once it comes out. But for sure, man, thank you. Appreciate the time, man.
All right, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.